like I say, I mean, I'm just talking about what Germany had to deal with. Like I said, there was that's why they bombed Germany and killed as many people as they could. They killed all the ranking officers, and they actually mostly just, like I said, they would kill their ranking officer, and then they would run off with the guns, basically. And it's just what Nixon and Jimmy Carter, JFK did. Um, and this persists for quite a while. Like I said, they waited. Nixon waited until it died down. And it calmed down, and then when he was an older person, he popped back up as Great General Nixon, and and tried to do it again. Um, you know, they were always running out of money. They were always hitting up more people, or or robbing this or robbing that. And they basically just went from country to country to country. Just robbing what they could. Like I said, you know, in the swamps or in the bayous or whatever, there was no Spanish Republic or whatever. It was just there was no federales. When you look and you find out that there was no federales, there was no Spanish militia, Spanish Republic. That it was all just basically Richard Nixon, and and you find out that it's just this group of people that just went from country to country to country to country to country. They would go to this country and they would make a push. About 3,000 people, or about 5,000 people were just basically they would make a push, and they would basically run through a town, killing and raping or stealing, and they would basically like have a party, and they would basically just have hit this other factory or this other building, and then they would run down and they would have a give it to the young people to party with, or it was basically just this whole thing, and it just went on from place to place to place to place, for about a couple whatever years, and Germany tracked it, Russia tracked it, America even had to deal with it. It was like, they were a problem for everyone. They were a problem for other planets. They tried to get to space, and realistically, I was, I mean, and then they spend their entire lives, whatever, going, I feel sorry for this person, or they try, it's just, it's so epic stupidity that, doing stuff like killing old people and then claiming and then taking their money, and like the German city, basically they say, I think they're burning people inside that building, and they seem to just be taking in old people, and there's no old people going out. So like the city actually went over there, and sure enough, and it's basically just Richard Nixon, Jimmy Carter, you know it's they were responsible. It was the burning of old people, basically, or killing of old people, was basically linked to the skunk works, and Jimmy Carter, Nixon. They tried to link it to me and my government, but probably Rodney Dean Briley and a bunch of other people. It's just people basically just trying to get away with stuff. And I mean, I knew about all this stuff. All this stuff was like, I mean, and they tried to say it was the German government, or it was this government, or it was that government, and the money's always traceable, and I mean, it was always investigated and found out. I mean, so I just know about it because I was ruler of the planet, ruler of the earth, and basically creator of humanity. So, and really, realistically, in the end, I was like, oh, so embarrassing. Anyway. And they tried to say it was like Nazi Germany, Hitler, or whatever, or me. I'm the leader of. I was the leader of Germany and a bunch of other countries, and a bunch of people run around, and Jimmy Carter, JFK, they got away with stuff until they got kicked out. Just China didn't kill him. They probably should. China should have killed him, but oh well. But it's just that they were so well known. And then Nixon would spend his last days, at basically Harvard or Yale, talking about the glory days of the Republic and stuff. And basically, he had killed a bunch of people and had bunch of gold or a bunch of whatever, and giving it to people, to young children, and they basically Nixon and actually John McCain would wear a mascot uniform, and then young girls would have sex with him. So, that's pretty much what it amounted to. And it was actually rather sad and sick and ridiculous when it was found out. And one of the girls actually told me, they're like, "Oh yeah, the old guy." And I was like, "Huh? Oh, didn't know." Anyway, I mean, found out about everything, so I mean, I was like, "Oh well, whatever." So weird. Anyway.